Are you ready for El Paso's first and longest-running high school football show? This is the Borderland Blitz.
Welcome, everybody, to the Borderland Blitz, sponsored by Integrity Kia. It is the final week of the regular season. Isn't that crazy?
It's insane. It's gone by so fast.
I am Luke Liddon, and sometimes I have trouble hearing him all the way from down there.
Okay, well, I'll get one of those megaphones. I'm Danny Mata. But before we continue, I just got to say, serious props to Adrian Ochoa with Sparta. The opening you saw out there, it's an El Paso group, just saying. All right, we've got playoff spots. We've got district titles. Seasons on the line tonight, and we'll not keep you waiting any longer. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. Of course, our game of the week is a no-brainer. They make documentaries about this rivalry. Las Cruces and Mayfield over at the Field of Dreams. It's not only the district title that needs to be decided, but it's bragging rights. Oh, by the way, El Dorado and America's co-game of the week, they square off for the 1-6A crown.
Parkland and Bel-Air square off for a playoff spot, and we've got a Friday night game between UTEP and Rice, but we will get to that later in the show. We've also got the War of the Week. Really, we got all kinds of great stuff coming up tonight on the Borderland Blitz. So Las Cruces and Mayfield is considered to be the biggest rivalry in the Borderland. Of course, with the district title on the line, the rivalry gets a little more intense.
And of course, I think USA Today, called it one of the best rivalries ever. They've got documentaries. It's called Cruces Divided. It tells the entire story. In a nutshell, these schools don't like each other. Last year's game ended in a post-game brawl, and we're really hoping to avoid any of that nonsense tonight. We're expecting a great game. Both teams have aspirations for a state title. Mayfield and Las Cruces, the Borderland Blitz game of the week. Let's head out over to Aggie Memorial Stadium. Trojans and Bulldogs play for the 52nd time over 50 years in front of about 19,000. That's my guess. Cameron Miller starts the scoring with a run to the right. That makes it 6-0 Cruces. But Mayfield would answer. It's Joe Ray Valencia. He's going to find Ethan Alvarado, and look at that shifty running, and he's going to work his way all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. That is a 46-yard score. It's 7-6 Mayfield. Still first quarter. It's now 14-6. Isaac Vance. I will not tolerate your insolence. 69-yard touchdown run for Isaac Vance. That makes it 21-6 Mayfield. But Cameron Miller, come on, man. You think I'm really going to put up with any of that?
Nope.
Running off to the left side this time, and he is going to score. That cuts the lead to 21-13. But then Valencia again, this time faking the handoff to Vance, and of course, why wouldn't they bite on that? He goes right into the end zone for the score. That makes it 28-13. And then it's Vance again. Up, please. Seriously, this is unfair. Stop it, Isaac Vance! Stop it! 79 yards for the touchdown. Mayfield goes on to win 56-27. They win the battle for Las Cruces.
Defense came to play, and the tackling was the best all year long by far. Everybody did a great job, though. Offense, a lot of big plays, controlled the football. Isaac Vance, Joe Ray throwing the football. That offensive line did a great job. And I got to hand it to our coaches, because our coaches, they worked so hard on this game. It was such a great, we needed this.
Yes, sir. It's a great team win. We prepared our butts off this week because we know Cameron over there, he's a great player, probably one of the best in the state, and we knew we'd have to tackle him. All the glory to God. Great Friday night. Can't have anything better, honestly.
Honestly, very impressive. I mean, we know how close those games always are, and to see Mayfield make a statement like that, just very impressive.
I love when you see Vance running. He knows he has a touchdown. He's just nodding his head like, yeah, it's all me, 50-plus yards to the house.
He knows what's going on. But by the way, that was one of only 2 games of the week we have because over at the SAC, the cool thing about the Core Activities Complex, we sometimes get doubleheaders out there. It's great when we don't have to wait for epic showdowns like the one we got between Americas and El Dorado for the District 1-6A crown.
Both teams exactly where we expected them to be. El Dorado seems to be peaking at the perfect time. America survived an upset scare from Coronado last week, and they were ready for this one. Let's go to the SAC where we had a 4 p.m. kickoff for the district title. The District 1-6A title game between, like we said, El Dorado and Americas. And El Dorado off to a good start. Cedarius Barfield, he's been so good this year. He evades the tackler, stays in bounds, 35 yards to the end zone. They take the 7-zip lead. They go on to take the 14-0 lead, but back comes Americas. On the flea flicker, Eric Fosters finds Nick Carrillo for the score, and they're closing the gap. Americas actually took a 28-21 lead at the half. So we jump ahead to the second half. El Dorado ahead by 4, but not anymore because Eric Fosters from 3 yards out gets the score. Now it's Americas on top, 34-32, but the Aztecs, they're going to answer. Austin Hill finds Jorge Hernandez, and he is going to break free right here. He's going to outrun the defenders 50 yards for the score. Aztecs, they take the lead for good as they go on to win this one 53-40, your final score.
We're waiting a long time to get this to happen for us, and our kids just played lights out, fought through adversity. When bad things were happening for us in that second quarter, and we just fought like heck. And this is great for our community. It's great for our families. It's great for everybody who has been an Aztec for 13 years, and we finally got this thing done.
Quite a good win for El Dorado.
A huge win for them. Very impressive. Congratulations.
Yeah.
First ever district
Yeah.
title. All the talent
That
that's
is
gone
awesome.
through there, and this is their first one. It just kind of shows you
Yep.
how good that district is and how
know.
tough it is every single year.
It's crazy. Parkland and Bel-Air, though, they both have impressive moments throughout the year. It's unfortunate, but kind of fitting that their seasons really came down to one game.
Yeah, the playoff scenarios in some of the districts here and around the state are a jumbled mess. This one, not so much. The winner goes to the playoffs, the loser goes home. Let's head to Bel-Air High School, the do-or-die game. First quarter. Jacob Mendez for Parkland is going to plunge into the end zone, and that makes it 7-zip Parkland. But back comes Bel-Air. Cameron Fisher. This is a big guy for a running back, and look at him run. And he's going to take a defender with him into the end zone for the touchdown. We are tied at 7. We're tied at 13 at the half. Second half, Bel-Air up a touchdown. Deion Hankins breaks free, and Parkland ties the game at 20. But Bel-Air is going to have the final say. Samuel Workman into the end zone for the touchdown. That puts Bel-Air ahead for good. And yes, when I get excited, I too eat imaginary cereal. Bel-Air wins 29-20.
Fortunately, we were able to put up points. We knew we were going to have to put up points because Parkland's that kind of team. You know, we felt like we were going to have to put up at least 30. We scored 29. You know, we fell a little short. But, you know, we felt like our offense could put some things together. And you know, we were able to come up with enough points to get this ball game.
All right, well, Eastlake looking to wrap up an unbeaten district season, taking on Hanks. It's already 21-0 in the second quarter when Ivan Avina breaks free for a 60-yard touchdown run. That makes it 28-0 Eastlake. And this is why they're so good. They're so balanced. Look at this. Keith Tarango. This is a money throw to Isaiah Ogeen in stride for the 33-yard touchdown. Eastlake is on a serious roll. They're up 48-7 in the fourth quarter as we speak.
On out of Canutillo, they need a win over Irvin to have any chance of making the playoffs, but it didn't start so well as Irvin's Khalil Smith is going to take it into the end zone 3 yards out. Rockets up 7-0. But later in the second, Canutillo's Joey Paz on the play action rolls out, and he's going to find a wide open Christian Martinez on a blown coverage. That ties it up at 7, and Canutillo gets the much needed win over Irvin, 19-7.
All right, well, congratulations to Canutillo, but of course we know that there's still more to that story to be written. We've asked all season. I try to be nice about it. Luke, not so much. But we're hoping things will be different on the final night of the regular season.
We do, yes. Tonight is the night. I can just feel it. This is the night Adrian Medina hooks us up with pizza. What is he? What is he doing? He's eating pizza.
Hey guys, you caught me by mistake there.
Well,
I'm just testing the actual pizza for you guys.
I'm speechless. I don't. Just take it away.
Wow, that was really good pizza, by the way. Hey guys, we are asking you guys to send in your photos. Hashtag Borderland Blitz. We'll show them later on in the show. Sorry, I still have some pizza sauce there. But we can have you guys go right now on our Facebook page, on our website, on your phone, on your desktop, and I need you guys to enter to win. One of 4 pizzas will be given on later on in the show. Do it now, and you might win one of 4 Peter Piper pizzas that will be given on later in the show. Not one to Denny, not one to Luke, no, not yet. But I got one right here that I'm just testing for you guys. So
You were really enjoying that over there. You
it
got
was
a little
good.
carried away.
Yeah, well, I got like one slice left.
I'm going to come get it during break. But anyways, Adrian, thank you. We appreciate it. And coming up, we know Canutillo, they needed a win, and they got it, but they also needed some help.
I need some help. Anyway, the Eagles needed a Burgess loss to Austin if they wanted to make the playoffs. So we'll find out if that happened next. Adrian Ochoa will join us on the other side of the break. He's at the Burgess game coming up next. And we also got the Borderland Blitz 4 of the week. It's all coming up next on the Borderland Blitz.
Hi, we're the Burgess Drumline, and we're here to drop some beats for the Blitz.
Very impressive. I remember in middle school, I got kicked out of band because I was so bad. I would try to blend in with the other saxophones. He found out, kicked me out. It wasn't a... That's for another story. Anyways, welcome back to the Borderland Blitz, sponsored by Integrity Kia, alongside Danny Mata. I'm Luke Liddon.
It's one of those, this is the last show of the regular season kind of things. We are joined by the third member of our Blitz crew, a man who once beat the sun in a staring contest. He is A to the O, Adrian Ochoa, and he joins us right now on the Borderland Blitz. And Adrian, a huge game not just for Burgess, but for Canutillo as well.
Oh yeah, this is what I love about high school football, these must-win games, and it was pretty simple for the Burgess Mustangs. Win, and you're in. Lose, and the Canutillo Eagles will take the final spot in the playoffs. The Mustangs' opponent tonight, the winless Austin Panthers, who not only were looking for their first win, but hoping to play spoiler. Let's head on over to Burgess High School. The Mustang mascot Bullseye looking on, hoping for a W, and the Mustangs would strike first in the first quarter. The handoff to Danny Madrid, and he turns on the Jets. Danny Madrid, welcome to End Zone City. Burgess up 7-0. And on the Mustangs' second drive, more of the same. This time, the handoff to Allen Robb. Run, Allen, run! 60 yards to the house. Burgess goes up now 14-0. But you know what? That didn't stop the Panther mascot from busting a move. And to Austin's credit, they had some bright spots. Handoff to Zachary Ochi. Wide open hole. That's good for a first down. And the Panthers showed no fear. Second quarter now, they go for it on fourth down, but the Mustangs are having none of it. Quarterback Andre Aranda gets stuffed. That's a turnover on downs, and Burgess would make them pay. This time they go to the air. Quarterback Mateo Serrano will find Matthew Amazaga, but the ball pops loose. But Matthew falls on top of it, recovers it in the end zone. Mustangs take a 21-0 lead in the second quarter. And ride like the wind, Bullseye. You're going to the playoffs. Burgess wins this one 55-7, the final. So congrats to Burgess securing a playoff spot. A disappointing end for Canutillo, though, making it all the way to the Final Four last year and just missing the playoffs this year. But they're a young squad, and I'm sure they'll bounce back. Back to you guys.
All right, Adrian, thank you very much. But at least they did end the season on a positive note with a W.
You got to remember the qualifier, though,
Right.
is you have to have gotten to the state semis in the first place to be trying to match history with a playoff appearance.
No,
so,
completely agree.
So, I mean, great year. And we know, like he said, young team, they'll be back.
So it's obvious every game in the season is so critical, and this is really obviously a very tense night. So let's loosen things up a little bit.
You know, I'm right there with you. And what better way to do that than, you know, take a breather and enjoy the greatest segment known to humankind, the Pom Pom Powwow, the War of the Week. Brittany Carlock, take us there.
What's up, guys? I'm Brittany Carlock, and we're back at the Sun Bowl for another huge rivalry. This time, it's the Battle of the South Side. Joining me once again tonight is Amy Solis, and she's going to show us our first team. Amy, take it away.
Hey, guys, I'm here with the Jefferson Silver Foxes.
And to the left is Bowie. All right, ladies, it's going to be on the count of three. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go! It's at standstill right now. Come on, Bowie. Come on, Jeff.
Come on, Jeff.
Come on. Bowie's going to take it. Bowie has it tonight.
And Bowie wins it on the sideline.
Let's see who will win it on the field. That's it for us. Back to you guys at the studio.
Brittany, and that was fast. That was a quick one.
Yeah, that was some domination
That was
right
domination
there. Brittany,
at its
April,
April?
Amy, thank you. Is that I'm thinking April
could
O'Neil,
you?
Amy Solis? No, Amy's actually super reliable.
She's right behind the camera actually right now. But anyways, let's get back to the action. And Chapin had a chance to wrap up an unbeaten district season, and you were out there earlier this week.
Yeah, I was. Had to give Chapin its due. The Huskies were looking for their 9th straight win, and what better way to begin a quest for history than by completing a perfect district season. And what better place to do it than the greatest stadium in all of Texas. Let's go to beautiful Jones Stadium, where Chapin was looking to wrap up the aforementioned unbeaten season. How about this? This is Matt Castillo, and he is looking for Brandon Bull. A beautiful pass, and that is going to set up a touchdown, and Chapin takes a 7-0 lead. And then later, Castillo again, to Bullet again. Great catch. Chapin is absolutely rolling right now. Chapin takes care of business, unbeaten in District 1-5A. Your final score, 48-15.
And Del Valle entered the night with a shot at a district title. It was also senior night. You see those sky lanterns going up in the sky. In the first quarter, Del Valle, Christian Resendez is going to find Devin Morales. He's going to get past all 5 defenders into the end zone. Del Valle, they take the 6-0 lead after a failed extra point. So in the second quarter, really much of the same. Del Valle, George De La O with the 40-yard punt return touchdown. They take the 12-0 lead, and you sense a theme here. Del Valle, Gus Yanez is going to get the 10-yard score as well, and Del Valle wins this one easily, 42-7, your final score. So we are only halfway through the show, and we still have some big games coming up.
Yes, and one of them is a college football game. UTEP in a must-win game against Rice. So a special Friday edition of college football. Miners and Owls from the Sun Bowl. That's next to the Borderland Blitz. All right, well, welcome back to the Borderland Blitz, sponsored by Integrity Kia. I'm Danny Mata, and birds sometimes lay nests on his head.
They need somewhere high enough to feel safe. I'm also known as Luke Liddon. So we're going to take a break from high school football. The Miners played a special Friday night game of the Sun Bowl, and it was actually a really, really important one.
Yeah, the Miners came into the night just 1-3 in conference play. They cannot afford to fall to 1-4. So let's go to the Sun Bowl. UTEP can get to 2-3 in conference play with a win. Third quarter, tied at 14. Jeremiah Lufasa. He's in there! Lufasa! Touchdown, UTEP. They take a 21-14 lead. Back comes Rice. Dreyfus Jackson finds Luke Turner for the score. We're tied at 21. But in the fourth quarter, UTEP on the move. Lufasa! 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 Woo! Do it again. He came up huge on the final drive, and so it's up to Jay Maddox. Money. UTEP wins it 24-21.
And on now to Mountain View. They're not quite out of the playoff picture yet, if we can get those highlights for you, because the Lobos, they did need a win over San Eli tonight. And we can jump ahead maybe to the first quarter where Mountain View is going. There we go. Mountain View and San Eli. We jump ahead to the first. Mountain View's Clifton Molina is going to get the handoff. He bounces outside, and he is gone. Run, boy, run. This is for the playoffs. Mountain View is going to go up 6-0. And still the first, it's going to be Mountain View again. Pierre Robles is going to find Esteban Garcia in the corner of the end zone. That tacks on another 6 to the board. 12-0 Mountain View, and they dominate San Eli 52-6.
All right, well, moving right along, we got Isleta taking on Riverside, and we know that was an important game. Isleta has already clinched a playoff spot.
Yep.
But you've got to make sure you end the season on a high note. So we are skipping right ahead. Actually, no, we'll get to that one in just a minute. This is yesterday's game. This is Eastwood and Franklin, and this was for a playoff spot right here. This is Alex Camacho with a long touchdown, a 45-yarder from Brandon Mueller, and Franklin will go on to take a 14-7 lead. But back comes Eastwood. That right there is Manny Acosta. He takes it from 9 yards out. Troopers lead 21-14 at the half, and then Mark Torres. Eastwood takes over right here on the 3-yard quarterback keeper. Eastwood clinches a playoff spot 42-28. They win over Franklin.
And Montwood also looking to clinch a playoff spot with the win over Socorro. In the first quarter, Montwood quarterback Andrew Fernandez. Look at him. He is getting away from trouble, and then he's going to put up a beautiful rainbow. A perfect pass to Chris Lara. 66 yards to the house. I don't know how they made that play happen, but anyways, that makes it 7-0 Montwood, and the Rams go on to win 44-0, and the Rams, they clinch a playoff spot. Now on to Bowie and Jefferson. They renewed their rivalry at the Sun Bowl with a playoff spot on the line. Bowie was in control, though, from the get-go. Roman Carrasco throws a beautiful fade to Dominique Johnson. He's there to make the grab in the early 7-0 lead, and Bowie clinches a playoff spot. The Bears shut him out 28-0.
All right, well, Centennial looking to complete an undefeated season home to Santa Teresa, and in the first quarter, it's already 7-0 Centennial. Johnny Juarez, great name, but in his throw, he gets picked off by Zeke Ochoa, and great field position now for Centennial. A few plays later, Centennial's Joaquin Gutierrez is going to rumble into the end zone for his second touchdown run of the game. That makes it 14-0 Centennial, and the Hawks finish the regular season a perfect 10-0. They win it 49-0. All right, guys, well, let's take a look at some of the scores from around the area. Anthony and Cristobal. Now, by the way, that game, actually, you see it says final right there. It wasn't final. Cristobal actually edged Anthony 22-20. The final score, we just received word on that, so Anthony falls 22-20.
And Shallow Water over Tornillo 63-6.
All right, and Belen takes care of Chaparral 46-14.
And Gadsden right over Deming easily 52-7.
Or Deming over Gadsden.
Excuse me. Yes.
Hobbs 42-28 over Alamogordo.
And we have Andrews over Clint in no contest, as that is 48-10 your final score.
And moving right along, Clovis edges Carlsbad on the season finale 21-14. You like to have your tense moments for the season finale.
Of course, yes.
Just saying. All right, well, we are running a little bit short on time. There's still so much to do.
So let's not make you wait any longer. Social media director Adrian Medina is standing by to let us know who gets the pizza.
All right, guys. Hey, first we're going to show some pictures actually from social media. First, we want to thank Centennial for winning and congratulate them for winning a district championship. They went undefeated this year. This is from Laura Mendez Chavez from their actual championship, I believe. And here's Bel-Air Cheer. They've been very, very helpful this year. We've got one more show, and I'd love for everybody out there to hand us a lot of stuff. Make sure you hashtag Borderland Blitz. Here's somebody, Rangers Stucco, out there. I think it was at the Riverside Rangers game tonight, as well as here's actually senior night at San Eli. But let's go to what you guys are actually waiting for. You guys have been waiting for, I don't know, pizza. I think that's what you guys keep bothering me about. So let's just go ahead and give away some pizza here, guys.
What are you going to say?
Oh, wow. I think I just broke it. Wow.
Is it broken?
I think because I ate that pizza, my hands are all greasy. I can't give away pizza today.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what, though? We will did get pizza. I am so happy.
We finally got it.
We finally
took us 11 weeks, but we got it.
I'm totally not supposed to eat this on the air. I did it. Look, sorry. We got bosses, too. Sorry, everyone.
We'll try to get back to you. I know you're having some issues with the pizza grease and all that stuff. We'll try to get back to you in just a moment after this break. But, Adrian, we appreciate it as always. And excluding the War of the Week, probably the most important part of the show is coming up next.
All the district standings and the playoff picture overall, everything's coming up. We'll tell you what we know. Not everything's been decided, but we'll give you what we know so far. The playoff picture is coming up next.
Welcome back to the Borderland Blitz, sponsored by Integrity Kia. I am Luke Liddon.
And you still have pizza in your mouth. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm Danny Mata. Before we update the playoff picture, let's go back and find out who got the punch and the pie. It is time for the Borderland Blitz play of the night. My man Jesse Estebane broke off a sick run against Urban. Dude got hit in the backfield, then broke away, and then kind of weaved and glided. And I love this thing right here when he's kind of sort of high step, skips his way to the end zone. Some filthy moves in the open field. The run was filthy. The dessert was not. Jesse Estebane gets punch and pie. He's got the Borderland Blitz play of the night. By the way, our friends over at Village Inn supplied the pie. The Sutherland Park Village Inn. So there you go.
Lucky man.
Getting some serious hookups right there.
All right. Go ahead. And
Okay, so we got some standings, some playoff pictures, all this kind of stuff to update. So let's get right to it. Okay, so first of all, let's do the scoreboard. 56-27, Mayfield tops Las Cruces. Americas loses to El Dorado 53-40, first ever district title for El Dorado. 42-28 Eastwood over Franklin. Eastwood clinches the playoff spot. 44-zip Montwood over Socorro. Montwood clinches the playoff spot.
And we also had Chapin over El Paso 48-15. Burgess over Austin easily 55-7. Canutillo getting that win over Irvin 19-7. And Bowie shutting out Jefferson 28-0.
Moving right along, we've got Bel-Air knocking off Parkland 29-20, so Bel-Air goes to the playoff. Del Valle 42-17 over Horizon. 41-12, Isleta knocks off Riverside. 48-7, Eastlake over Hanks.
We also had Mountain View topping San Eli 52-6. Andrews over Clint 48-10. Cristobal over Anthony 22-20. And Shallow Water, as I mentioned earlier, over Tornillo 63-6.
Moving along, we've got 49-0 Centennial over San Francisco. Centennial perfect 10-0 on the year. Belen over Chaparral 46-14. Deming 52-7 over Gaston. Hobbs 42-28 over Alamogordo.
And we also had Clovis over Carlsbad 21-14. Of course, we have all the full list of scores at our website, KVIA.com.
All right, so here's the District 1-6A standing. So El Dorado wins its first ever district title. The playoff teams following them, Americas, Montwood, and Eastwood. Montwood and Eastwood will travel in round 1 for the playoffs, while El Dorado and Americas will host playoff games next week.
We also have the playoff matchups. The next Friday, we have Eastwood taking on Friendship. That's the first matchup.
Yes, and we have, what else have we got here? We also have Lubbock Monterey is going to be coming here to play Americas. That is next Friday. We don't know exactly what time yet. There's still some things to be worked out, but that is the matchup that is next Friday.
And also we know of Amarillo Tascosa taking on El Dorado, still to be determined. We, of course, will let you know as soon as we get to know all these playoff matchups coming up shortly.
And I mentioned that Montwood will face Amarillo. That is next Friday at 5 o'clock in Amarillo. All right, so here's the District 1-5A standings. Chapin, perfect 8-0 in District, 9-1 overall. Andrews, Bowie, and Burgess all lock up playoff spots. What a competitive district this was. So let's move on from here. The 2-5A, Eastlake, a perfect 7-0. They wrap up their district, followed by Del Valle, and then Isleta and Bel-Air also wrapped up playoff spots. In terms of all the matchups for the playoffs, we are still working those things out. Some of them need to be decided, times and whatnot. What we do know is we have some of the matchups. We have Andrews and Del Valle. They will play next Friday.
And we also have Bel-Air taking on Chapin, obviously next Friday as well. The time and the matchup are still to be determined, as we mentioned.
Not officially Friday. We're still waiting on that. So let's move right along. Okay, so next playoff matchup that we have is going to be something that we have to find out tomorrow, because we have coin flips, we have seeding things, and they're going to discuss those things tomorrow, and we will update those for you over the weekend sportscast right here. You can find it on the website, KVIA.com. But we've done this throughout the season, so instead of sticking to just the nights, who is the most impressive team in your mind that you saw this season?
There are a lot of teams to choose from, and I like El Dorado, I like Eastwood, coming up big when they needed that win. But I think, Mayfield, their third straight district title, able to, right over Las Cruces, they've been so impressive. It'll be very interesting to see how they do come playoff time. I really like their chances, and I just love how they've been playing. Isaac Vance, he's a stud. They're rolling right now at the perfect time. 3 straight district titles. I like them.
Everyone knows I love Chapin, but I got Eastlake to me. Eastlake's so impressive all year. Those are 2 teams that have a chance to do something. By the way, Adrian Medina, I think he got his computer working, so apparently we are going to give out pizza. So let's go.
I got pizza out of my computer.
Give away the za.
All right, Chelsea Munlunen, 79936. Fernando Gomez, 79902. Monica Ruiz, 79928. And Guillermina Piedra, 88081. Sorry, I butchered your name there. We'll be calling you on Monday. Congratulations, you guys won a Peter Piper pizza. See you guys next week.
And for the first time, I'm actually happy for the other people, because we have our own pizza now.
It's right down there.
It's right here, down here.
I'll probably eat that after the show.
Well, seriously, guys, but the Borderland Blitz is not done. We have one more show. We have a playoff edition that's going to be coming up next week, so we are not done quite yet.
A lot of good stuff coming your way.
All kinds of great stuff. And I know that for you guys, that you see what we do on the air, you guys love it. We have a lot of fun producing it. Sometimes it can be chaotic, but it is so much fun. And to all of our interns, Amy Solis, who's right here behind us.
Will Herron, JC, everyone. They've been doing a fantastic job all season
Will's
long.
on the prompter right now. JC's been a big help all year. I mean, seriously, Adrian Ochoa, and we, of course, our producers, everyone back there. Fran, Michelle, Marco, Andres. You guys, we can't do this without you. Adrian Medina. Seriously, you guys are such a big part of this show, and we can't thank you guys enough for everything that you've contributed. And and it's been outstanding. But hey, one more show to go. We'll see you next week. I'm Danny Mata. He's Luke Liddon for the entire crew. Let's say good night. Have a great weekend.